They laughed at her mom, then the elite SEALs saluted. The cafeteria was buzzing with the usual lunchtime chatter, trays clattering, voices overlapping, and the smell of pizza and fries filling the air. Children laughed and joked, some tossing napkins, others sharing stories about their morning recess. At one of the tables near the center, 8-year-old Mia Thompson sat quietly beside her friends, her lunch tray untouched. Today was not an ordinary day. Today, her mom was supposed to visit the school for the special Career Day event, and Mia had been eagerly awaiting it all week. She had whispered to her friends earlier, "My mom is coming. She's really special." But as the hour progressed, whispers among the kids took a darker turn. "Mia, your mom is just a waitress, right?" one boy sneered. Another laughed. "Yeah, nobody important works at a diner." A group of kids giggled behind their hands. Even some of Mia's friends looked uncomfortable, uncertain whether to believe her or follow the teasing. Mia's cheeks burned, not with shame but with frustration. "She's not just a waitress," she insisted softly. "She has a really important job. She helps people." Her words were met with more laughter. "Yeah, right, helping people by serving burgers?" someone scoffed. Mia tried to ignore them, focusing instead on the door, hoping her mom would walk through. She knew her mother worked hard, balancing long hours at the diner with late-night training sessions and early morning briefings. She had never talked much about the full extent of her work. Some things were classified, but Mia understood her mom's dedication, discipline, and skill. Suddenly, the cafeteria doors burst open and the room fell silent. A group of uniformed individuals moved with precision and authority, their presence commanding attention without a word. They were Navy SEALs, men and women whose reputations for skill, teamwork, and bravery preceded them. The students froze, eyes wide as the elite unit entered, each step echoing on the linoleum floor. At the center of the formation was Mia's mother, Lieutenant Commander Rachel Thompson. Her uniform was pristine, her insignia gleaming, and her posture radiated confidence, authority, and command. The cafeteria, once filled with laughter, was now filled with stunned silence. Children whispered nervously to each other, realizing that Mia had been telling the truth all along. The boys who had mocked her mom's profession looked down at their trays, uncertain, while Mia's friends gaped, their expressions a mixture of awe and embarrassment. Rachel walked calmly to the front of the cafeteria, her eyes scanning the room. She acknowledged the principal and teachers with a nod, but focused primarily on Mia, giving her a small smile. "Thank you for inviting me today," Rachel said clearly, her voice carrying effortlessly. "I understand some of you had doubts about my role. Let me clarify. What I do is both challenging and important, and it requires discipline, training, and teamwork. I serve alongside some of the finest men and women in the Navy as a SEAL." The students' mouths opened slightly. Some leaned forward in disbelief. Others exchanged glances, their earlier laughter now replaced with awe. Rachel gestured subtly to the SEALs behind her, who stood in perfect formation. "These are my teammates," she continued. "Together, we complete missions that protect lives, support communities, and maintain security under extreme conditions. I'm proud to serve with them, and I'm proud to show my daughter the values of commitment, courage, and perseverance." The principal cleared his throat, stepping forward. "Class, it appears we have a real-life hero here. Mia, your mom is not just important, she's extraordinary." Rachel smiled again at Mia. "You've always believed in me, Mia, and it's okay if others doubted. The important thing is that you know the truth." Mia nodded, her eyes bright, holding back tears of pride. One of the SEALs stepped forward, a tall, imposing figure with a calm demeanor. "Respect," he said, addressing the room, "achieved through dedication, skill, and integrity. Judgments based on appearances or assumptions are often wrong. Remember this lesson well." The students sat quietly, absorbing the weight of the moment. The boys who had mocked Mia's mom shifted in their seats, their earlier confidence evaporating. I'm sorry," one whispered. Another muttered, "I didn't know." Rachel knelt slightly to Mia's level. "It's okay," she said. "Some people need to see proof before they believe. Today, you've seen it firsthand. Always stand by your truth, even when others doubt you." For the next half hour, the SEALs demonstrated teamwork exercises, showing the students how communication, trust, and discipline mattered more than physical strength. Mia's classmates participated eagerly, learning lessons far beyond the classroom curriculum. Laughter returned, but it was different now, respectful, inspired, and full of admiration rather than mockery. By the time the unit departed, the cafeteria was quiet with reflection. Students whispered among themselves, teachers nodded knowingly, and Mia walked beside her mom, proud and confident. Her mother's arrival had transformed the room, teaching a lesson in courage, discipline, and earned respect that would stay with them far longer than any typical career day presentation. Weeks later, Mia's classmates treated her differently. They didn't mock, they listened, and they respected her. The story of the day spread quietly through the school, a tale of bravery, integrity, and the power of living up to your commitments. Mia learned firsthand that truth and excellence eventually speak for themselves, and her mother's presence ensured that the lesson was unforgettable. The day's events became a benchmark for what it meant to stand by your achievements, even when others doubt you. And for Mia, seeing her mom saluted by the elite SEAL unit reinforced an invaluable truth. Courage, dedication, and professionalism command respect, no matter who doubts you first.